Namaste and welcome to Shri and Kira Explore the Mysteries. I am Shri Ramka.
And I am Master Lady Kira Ra, and welcome, beloved ones. This is an extraordinary moment, and welcome to this moment now. We are here in this extraordinary uplevel ascension weekend, full moon uplevel ascension weekend. There is so much to share. There are so many things that are happening, and love is the word of the day. Love is the energy of the moment, and it's also the caution. There's so much happening. And Shri, we want to say hello to all the beautiful beings that are connecting with us today. And
Yes.
So where are we today?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're broadcasting to Oneness Talk Radio. We are broadcasting to TFR Live and Facebook and YouTube at the OTR channel.
Oneness Talk Radio channel.
OTR.
Yes. But if they look OTR, they won't find the channel.
You're right. You have to write it in.
Yeah, that's so sorry, guys. Just wanted to make sure that we make it as easy as possible. And hey, the call board is uber full. 517-208-1500. Get in there. 517-208-1500, because we love connecting with you. We love chatting with you. And of course, always are here for your mini soul reading requests. So Shri, first and foremost, I just have to say, yow, you look so good.
Oh, thank you.
Doesn't Shri look great today, guys? I'm loving these glasses. I don't know if you can see these. They're wood. They're very beautiful. And he's wearing his beautiful mala with the Shiva eye and the crystal. And
I came with this wonderful scarf.
Look at this.
Because
this
I wanted to
5G.
share it.
Yeah.
But it's warm here, so I didn't actually put it on. But since we're talking about my attire.
Doesn't he look great? I'm sorry, guys. And for those of you that are listening on the audio, just imagine Shri looking great.
Well, thank you for your kind words. But let me take a minute and just talk about this amazing macana, they call it.
Yeah.
And these are made here in Ecuador.
Handmade by the indigenous.
Handmade using fruits and nuts and seeds and things for the dyes. And these patterns are ancient Kenyari symbols.
Aren't they beautiful? Look at them. And sometimes you have to look at them, this way to really understand them. But you see the flying energy and the sacred geometry, and then they take you on a journey. They're really kind of fun.
and if you take this particular one and you look at the back, what you're seeing is pure silver fiber fabric. This is 100%
pure
spun silver fiber, and it is 5G resistant. It won't let any of the cell tower or mal radiations enter into you, and it's antibacterial because silver has wonderful antibacterial properties.
And I have to tell you, if
you don't have a face mask,
when we were in India right now, I wore this. I wore this and I had it wrapped around my head all the time. Isn't it gorgeous, right? And then when I needed a quick mask, I did it. And how gorgeous is this, right? I mean, how beautiful is that? And I never worried about anything because of that. But the reason we're sharing it with you today is that this is a love moment, and it all begins with how we're loving ourselves. And we are at a moment where the physical body and the soul are having this up-level opportunity, and this up-level opportunity is going to be based upon the way you experience love. And so if you are aware of that, which is seeking to compromise how you believe in yourself, how you love yourself, how you trust yourself, that's why Shri and I were inspired to bring this whole 5G line out. And I just want to bow again before Christina, because really it's Christina that's championing this and moving forward. Check out auraenergyshield.com and really give yourself a gift. I'm excited about Aura Energy
Shield. There are other products that'll be there to help preserve your sanity in a time of over radiation and craziness out in the civilized quote unquote world.
And this is something, the way Shri and I are presenting this, I really do want to also just notate, because I think it's important to notate that we're not saying be afraid. We're not saying respond, react, get angry. What we're saying is that in the practical terms of navigating density, which is the blessing of the yoga of self-ascension. Remember that the blessing of the yoga of self-ascension is what? It's to be able to remember the master that we are, that each of us truly is, while we are still in form, thereby coming into sacred union, body, mind, spirit,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to walk that journey while conscious of density, yet fully anchored in multidimensional realms. This is that up-level moment. That is what's here right now. And that's why this very weekend is so powerful, because throughout the year, Sri, let's show them. Can we show them the February up-level? We're going to put up the February up-level calendar right now so you guys can see this. So as you hopefully already know, is that this year, 2020, and it turns out 2021, are two very rapid up-level years. And so what that means is that we are going to be up-leveling very, very quickly. And as we do, there are these, every month is going to be punctuated with these moments. Well, this month is a first, meaning it is the first Mercury retrograde of 2020. And because of the way this energy is working, and because of the illuminated full moon, the illuminated new moon that came forward in January and will stay with us, everything is now visible and available for co-creation. So tomorrow, the 9th, is the full moon up level. And you want to make a note to join Sri and I live on the air tomorrow. We're on at noon Pacific time, because we're going to be doing an activation in that energy on the air tomorrow. So you want to try and join us live. And today, as you gaze at this full moon up level, what is really valuable to call in is that between right now, the 9th, and the 18th, when we have the next and second up level event of February, we are in what the only word I can give is preparation phase, because we'll be entering on the 18th. Not only will it be the second up level of February, we will then actually be in the Mercury retrograde.
Yes,
Remember,
yes.
we're still in the pre-phase right now, but these 9 days are saying, are you loving yourself enough? Are you aware of what the energy of love, when it starts being shown in all of its aspects, are you aware of what that offers, what that does?
Well, and I had a curious reminder of this today.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Curiouser and curiouser.
I couldn't resist.
I was configuring a Wi-Fi antenna, and the way you configure these things, for those of you that have not done it, is there's a little administrative panel you can go in, and you give your Wi-Fi signal a name. You can put your house name or your hotel name or whatever you want, and then you give it the password.
Right.
So that when people are at your property, they go, oh yeah, I see the Wi-Fi. What's your password? You type it in, you're connected. So I did all that, checked it. It was good. I did that yesterday. Today, I went and put that antenna on the roof, and guess what? It had forgotten everything I had done. But it was, but instead of sitting there blank like a drone, which they normally do, it was broadcasting free internet to the whole neighborhood.
Free to the world. Free. Everyone can have free internet.
So the reason I chuckle, the reason I share this is I got two little takeaways. One takeaway: Mercury retrograde.
Right. Are you
technology,
resisting?
Especially.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the other is, what are we visiting at this up-level moment?
Right.
Well, love, openness, expansion.
Right.
And so I kind of smiled. Well, for today, our internet is free to the whole neighborhood.
Well, for those of them that would even understand what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of why we're chuckling, is that there is also the irony of, here we had that open with people around us that probably would have no idea how to use it or access it.
That's true.
And this is kind of a metaphor for what's happening right now. So let's talk about this love energy, because how has this love energy come in? Well, because let us not forget that we are in this full moon up level. So this full moon up level that is happening within the first pre-phase of a remembrance moment, Mercury retrograde, is carrying with it a greater illumination. And that illumination right now is about love. Each one of, when we have an up level during a full moon in this year, in this incredible year in front of us, 2020, it might be the same for 2021. I honestly don't know yet, but I know for 2020, every time we have an up level event with a full moon, it carries one of the energies of the ascended presence, and it carries the flow of peace, love, joy, or Shanti, Bhakti, Ananda. And so right now, this full moon is saying that I am coming forward. I am birthing this up level, carrying the energy of love. And so what that means in this illuminated presence, in this radiance of February, is that this is going to illuminate love in all of its aspects. And I want you to really breathe that in, because not everyone's clear on what that could really indicate and how that's coming forward.
You know, love is talked about a lot, but how many
Yeah.
people are living it?
Right.
And to live love means I am at peace. To truly live what we would call the fifth dimensional compassion. It means to be at peace with your life and peace with the world. It doesn't mean you agree with everything you see. That you might have an idea of how to have a greater harmony and expression. However, there is a sense of, so, okay, so be it.
So.
And so love, when it's expanding, is also expanding the energy of peace.
Right. Because, this is Archangel's Oddkill. This is the Yoga of Self-Ascension 101. Go get our free ebook at ShriandKira.com. And it's Archangel's Oddkill who talks about it is peace. When we anchor peace, then we can actually experience love and discover true joy.
Yeah.
That is the journey of the Yoga of Self-Ascension. It's about Shanti, Bhakti, Ananda, peace, love, joy. And so what I'm loving is that the radiance of February, the revelatory energy that's coming forward right now. And remember, we've got this 9-day kind of warm up, which you've got to love that the sequences this month with these 9s. And then on the 18th, which is a 9 again. I mean, we just have so much mastery around us that you are being invited right now to expand your clarity. I mean, really get crystal clear. And at the same time, as you are expanding that clarity, manifest the vision. Now, in order to do that, it takes action. And I do want to share that a few days ago, it's been, I'm staring out here at gorgeousness, right?
Yeah,
It's just incredibly gorgeous. I'm very excited about those of us that are going to Ingapurka in March. I'm like already so excited because I feel it today, especially around this full moon. I'm thinking about how next month at the equinox we'll be at Ingapurka, which is, the Machu Picchu of Ecuador. However, it is the only in the entire Incan world, it is the only goddess temple, and it is shaped like an egg. And so I'm very excited about that. And the reason I'm sharing it is that in this gorgeousness, Shri and I had some new photos taken.
Yes.
And, this is part of our authenticity and part of our saying, okay, up level. We have not, I'm losing my voice. Wow, see, I guess I'm still challenged to share all of this. We have not shared everything that we have been through in 2019. And we are so honored and so grateful to not only be here now, but to be honestly at what we know is the best moment of the entire time Shri and Kira have been together, that we're just beginning. And so we took some new pictures. And I first want to give some thanks and a shout out to Bria Rose, those of you that are in the chat. Okay, just everybody right now, when you get a chance, please go to ShriandKira.com. Look at the new homepage. We've updated quite a bit. And then also go look at the About Shri and Kira page and click on the About page. So you start at the top and send us your comments. Tell us what you think. But we had not updated our photos in 10 years. How embarrassing is that? No, maybe less. Those were Guatemala. Maybe it's been 7-ish.
7, 8. Yeah. So I just took a peek over here at YouTube, and Renee says, gorgeous photos. Thank you, Renee. And everyone else is sending blessings and love and hearts to each other. We so respect that.
We love this community. Yeah. You guys are such a blessing. I love you.
And take a look here. Kira started this show by saying, look how good Shri looks. Well, I'm just a mirror. My beautiful wife is having so much fun with this new life that we're celebrating, and
that we are blessed to have birthed. I mean, with all of your help. Remember, Shri's alive because you guys participated in that. And so go to our homepage. Tell us what you think. Yeah.
So it's for us. We just share this moment that we are delighted to be alive, to be of service, and to be connected,
and to really be able to invite all of you to witness in real time through those who are sharing it all, that miracles are real and they keep happening. And if you go to the homepage, you'll read right there at the top something that we had not shared with the entire community. So you'll go, you'll read it, and just know that we're sharing now. And the reason we're doing that is because we know that no matter what, angels, this weekend, this is an up-level love weekend. Now, Shri, my crown, is all your guys' crown chakra tingling right now? I'm like, wow. I'm going to tickle Shrees
I thought it was
just
a
because I
fan.
can.
There's like
no,
a little
no, no.
breeze up
Do
there.
you guys feel that? And so I'm just loving all of the community that's together right now. And so as we collectively come together, as we know that we are in the presence of this up-level experience, and together we are better, be with us tomorrow when we do this activation live on the air, noon Pacific time, that the love energy is inviting us all to up-level love.
Yes.
To up-level the clarity of how we experience love, our love worthiness, our empowerment through love. I mean, we got a lot of show to talk about here. And guys, all of these energies are going to be up-leveling through the next 9 days. And then we're going to hit, it's kind of like bookends. Then we're going to hit that's February, God live your time and I forget it, guys, that February 18 up-level. And it's going to be like, it's almost going to be like reverbing inside of a huge harmonic tone. It's like the bell is, if you had a handbell. So tomorrow on the 9th, that handbell, it's like you're swinging it to the left and it's hanging there. It's going, it has that tone and it's hanging there. And it's just going to start slowly moving toward the right so that on the 18th, it's going to swing up and it's going to hit that tone and stay there until the illuminated new moon of the 23rd. I mean, Shri, is this a month or what?
Is powerful. That's why I put the calendar back up.
Yeah.
Because when we can look at the calendar, we're informing our traditional brain, the part of us that has been programmed since birth,
right,
to say, okay, I'm going to allow in these moments.
Right,
I'm going to participate. And if you would like to get a calendar for yourself, go visit our homepage and learn more about that.
Yeah, no, well. and really, because there is so much to understand. And I want to, thank you, Shri, for mentioning the calendar. I want you guys also to know that if you want an actual full-blown calendar for yourself, the donation is as little as $1.11. and you can grab that calendar with really high resolution printouts for the year, and 100% of those donations are funding our clinic, which is right across the street. And we're very, very blessed. Our clinic, Alinda, which is a free pain clinic for the indigenous here, the Kanyari, that we are blessed to live among. And so thank you for saying yes to this cosmic world and saying that when I can offer just a moment of respite to another, I gift myself with even greater illumination. And so thank you. All of the donations that have been coming in for the calendars, you are assisting so many, and we are so grateful. And that brings me to a reminder that epoch or epic? I always say it wrong.
It's spelled epoch, but they call it epoch. Anyway.
See, EPOCH lasers. They are right now in Los Angeles at the Conscious Living. Conscious Life. I forget the name of all of these.
At the Los Angeles Airport Hilton.
Yes, go see
this
them.
weekend.
Yeah,
they're offering demos and treatments, and if you have been hanging on to some chronic pain in some part of your body and you're near LA, get there and get a treatment. You're going to be delighted with what the power of light can do for you.
And hey, while you're there at the booth, you can meet Jim and our beloved Vice President here of Oneness Talk Radio, our beloved Zadok Ra Osiris is there as well. So you can go say hey to Zadok, and Za, as he likes to be called, and have some fun.
Yeah. It's always fun to
we love you guys. I know you're having a blast.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little more for a second, because the expansion of love, which is
all of its aspects,
which is an energy. Consider for a moment people that are holding a rather limited understanding or practice of love,
right?
A love that is conditional.
Well, exactly, or a singular perception of you only love me if, or you
or the
only love me
worthiness
because,
to be loved, or deservability.
right?
So those more limited expressions also are getting a little boost this weekend.
No, they're getting a big boost. Everything is getting this rapid. No, I know Sri and I are really kind of tongue in cheeking it here, but the key to remember is that this love energy is being amplified.
Yep.
And it's really amping up clarity and the ability to have your vision manifested. So all visions are able to participate in this.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be very clearly negative and manifest your vision, and you can be very clearly positive and manifest your vision. What you cannot be is very clearly without activity, meaning that you can remain neutral, but in neutrality, where are you finding your clarity? Are you finding your clarity through the neutrality, or is the neutrality keeping you stuck? Because there have been many, many, many beings that have put themselves into neutral without recognizing that what they've done is gone into denial.
Yep.
And so this is a moment where all aspects of love, including what many would call tough love, which I really call the love of the master, is all coming forward with greater clarity. And you know what? That's exciting. It means that authenticity is rising. And like it or not, authenticity is oozing everywhere. And I love it.
Absolutely. When we talk about detachment, it is important to have some discernments, because when we're not active, either actively negative, actively positive, spiraling up or spiraling down, when we're just sitting, are you apathetic or are you detached? Great question. Denial? Because detachment and denial call them gradients. We can be detached from the outcome, meaning I can be at peace with what's going on, but I'm still actively participating in it, versus I'm in denial, which means I'm just not even there, or I'm apathetic, which is also not there. The problem with apathy is it's a very low vibrational state. It's kind of a dormancy.
Well, it's not a love state.
No.
And see, this is the key, is that all of the love states are being filled through this full moon up-level energy. So I think the best thing to do is to almost bring it into the oneness, to gaze into our own divine presence and say, okay, what do I love? And am I loving myself? Yeah. And Sri, I want to share something. I got an email yesterday from our beloved Kenla over in Thailand, and I wanted to read this because it really ties into what you're sharing. And the reason it's tying in for me is that when we take active energy out there, in other words, when we say, okay, yes, this is my mission, I'm clear, I know this is what I am to do. When we do it without looking at the reward, Bhagavad Gita, right? We do the action for the sake of the action. When we do that, though, the support always shows up. And so I love the coincidence with today. All right, guys. So I need to read this. This is from Ken over in Thailand, over in Chiang Mai. Mwah, I love you, Angel. Namaste, beloved Kira. Tomorrow, February 8th, the day of your Saturday mystery show, is the day that 1,250 of the Buddhist students who were said to be the enlightened ones, and then Ken puts in parentheses, I say the ascended masters, showed up spontaneously without a scheduled meeting at the Deer Park in Sarnath, and Buddha gave his first Dharma talk. What a wonderful mystical time to be airing your show. And I couldn't agree more. And Ken, as I wrote you back, Sri, this means even more to me because we were just there. Yeah. Sri and I were just in Sarnath with our beloved group on our way to Bhutan. We were just there.
Yeah. One of the things to remember, it's very easy when we look out into the world's published events, whether you pick up news via the internet or the telly or wherever, it's very easy to see the negativity or call it the tragic expressions of love, the misunderstandings that are so prevalent in the world. And don't forget, just as the Buddhas that were in Sarnath,
1,250.
Every being who is holding an ascended frequency is offsetting 100,000 others at a coarser vibration. Now, when I say offsetting, what I'm saying is the harmony of the shared energy world is kept in a more beautiful state of balance.
Yeah.
And so I offer this reminder to each of you: keep working on your surrender. Keep loving and keep learning that you do make a difference. Your energy makes the difference.
You know, it really does. And there is so much going on with this love frequency. And we're going to be talking a lot more about that in the second half of today's show. We're going to be talking a lot more about what is the mastery action that can really support you through this week ahead, because there is a lot of energy and it is an intense moment. And just like the Kali Yuga, a lot is coming forward. Now, we're going to be taking a quick break here at TFR in about a minute. And we want you to know that during that break, we will be right here with a little break ourselves. But for those of you that are watching us, we will be putting up just a little 1.5-minute video just to give Sri and I a moment to take a breath and drink a cup of tea a little more.
Yeah. So as we are celebrating the expansion of love, celebrating this moon that is upon us, we invite you to pay attention to your energy, to pay attention to your heart, and to pay attention to your thoughts. Now, this doesn't mean make it hard. This just means I took a breath and I noticed.
Yeah,
that's all.
I love that.
Oh, on that breath, I kind of noticed. Because as we get into the practice of noticing more, we become better transmitters of that which is essential.
Absolutely. And so, beloved ones, we love you. We'll be back in just a moment. For those of you that are watching, enjoy the video. Hey, we hope you liked that. And I actually made that. And we wanted to share it with you once again, because truly it is just so beautiful here. And we do want to let you know that Tosa Blue Mountain really is honestly a world-class retreat center, and that Sri and I are so blessed to be, we've been formalizing our reverse aging protocol, our call to vibrant health. And for those of you that have gone to shriankira.com today and seen the new posting that Sri and I have right on the homepage, well, the word is out. You know that Sri and I have been dealing with a lot in 2019. And we were really feeling today was very celebratory, because let's count it. August, September, October, November, December, January was 6 months. And this is 7 months. And it was in August, I was told I had 6 months left. So as of this month, right now, I am 1 month over what the allopathic said would not be possible again. Mm-hmm. And my husband is still here and thriving. And we are just sharing that with you because this is that moment. It is the moment where those of us that are literally, I mean, Sri and I have lived, and I believe that the reason we have had to live this path so long was so that we would be ready to walk through this moment and then get not only on the other side, but literally we feel that we have just started a whole other life. Well, we really feel that way.
Yeah. And one of the things that I have taken in that, you know, sometimes it takes a little time to recognize what's happened, is that we have been gifted with information and orientations that truly regenerate the body and regenerate one's capacity to live a vibrant life. And had I not had the kick in the butt called the surgery or the rest of it, I might not have gathered that forward as soon. So here's the deal. Where everything that happens in your life does have a price and a prize. And so capture the prizes, because those are the gifts that we're here to share.
Let's all just take in a really deep breath. And Shri, I just love capture the prizes. And I'm wanting to say hello and welcome back to everyone over at TFR Live. And I'm hoping I'm close to saying that at the right time. There we are.
Welcome
Okay,
back, TFR.
welcome back, TFR Live. We are delighted you are with us. And hey, we were just sharing that this is a moment where I really invite all of you, please visit shriandkira.com. Check out everything that's going on the homepage, all of the new updates we've made, and also check out the About Shri and Kira page. We've added quite a bit of material, put some new things up. And last but not least, make a note on YouTube on February 14th, Valentine's Day, which is part of this love opening, right?
Yep.
That's next week. Shri and I are going to be premiering the 2020 Ascension Ascension Symptoms video, a very different one from all the other ones we've ever put out. It is a very different moment in time, and it is now very clear to us in the vision manifestation why we had been guided on even way back at the end of 2019 to wait until February. And we are very clear that it needed to go out as our love gift to you on Valentine's Day. So get into the channel, official Shri and Kira over at YouTube. Subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. There's a lot going on, and be part of this amazing community.
Speaking of community, remember that you can't avoid it. So either make a conscious choice or be part of the community of disconnect. It's kind of funny.
And that's fine too. I mean, whatever your choice is, just make the choice.
Well, the thing about making a choice is you then have brought in and say, okay, I'm choosing, versus pretending there's no choice, which is in fact a choice.
Well, I want to go back and talk about something that we were sharing right before we went into our break. And that is that on this day right now, on the 8th, on this day right now, this was the day that 1,250 ascended ones, enlightened ones, came to Sarnath to Deer Park, which Shri and I were very, very blessed to spend time on. I think we even did a whole show about all the miracle things that happened when we were there. But Shri, I just want to bring it back up for this reason. 1,250 is 8 plus the infinite in ascended numerology. And adding the infinite to this day adds the energy of the cosmic connection of the up-level experience. Yes. And so I think very aptly, the ascended ones, the ascended masters in form, because that group, any accident, 1,250, represented in form the 8. The 8 is the ascended realms. The 8 is the infinite energy. It is the archangelic conduit. And then we're adding the cosmic energy to that. And so I really just wanted to kind of wrap that up and talk about that. It's also a way of demonstrating oneness. In so many ways, we are all here to discover the pearls, the jewels, the gems that we left for ourselves, right? We knew we would be here. We knew these moments were coming. We chose this, right? Ascended numerology, which is a science. You have a sacred sequence of incarnation, and your sacred sequence of incarnation begins with your birth date, because that is the insertion into the window of linear time that your soul is most prepared to expand through. So this is a moment of great celebration that so many are remembering, and that's the gift of these up levels. Remember that. Can we put on the energy flows, Shri? Yeah. We're going to put up the 2020 energy flows. Now, the 2020 energy flows, for those of you that are gazing at this, this is the year. This is the way this year is moving out. Let us not forget that this is the year of the dragonfly, and that they're actually dancing dragonflies. But as you gaze at this, what you're seeing is that February, notice it's inside that square. Well, if you look at the key, what that means is that February is happening in the energy of profound shift. Now, these three energies for 2020, profound shift, visionary transformation through timeline adaptation, and the awakening to self-ascension. And I want to put the word mass awakening, are all the energies that have arisen because of the dragonfly. That is the dragonfly experience. Then on top of this are these energy flows, and the energy flows, the way that this is flowing was largely influenced by this roaring water energy of the year of the metal rat. And so it is the first year in Chinese astrology. It is a very profound energy. And we did a whole show on how this is actually awakened for those who are awake, the Ganesha energy, the energy of absolute removal of obstacles, greater clarity. So February energy right now is profound shift. And it is also part of the base that is forming the pyramid of the visionary transformation through timeline adaptation. And what I think is so valuable to notice here is that look at September. So as January and February are coming together, what it's saying is look forward. Look forward, because there is an energy here, and part of it is this love, right? And so this love energy, this 9 days of preparation between now and the 18th is saying and inviting you to love you, that in this up-level moment, in this mastery experience, take the active up-level step. And, and that's why Sri and I are sharing about, we did something as simple as said, you know what? We live in the Garden of Eden. We did an interview. When was the interview? Friday? We did an interview for this wonderful program that's coming out in March about self-love and self-care. And we were very honored to be part of the group of people that are participating in this. And it was so funny at the end. Do you want to share what happened? So at the end, we've done our interview, and this beautiful woman says, I have some fun questions for you now. And she asks this question.
She asked a question. Where in the entire world would you like to?
No, what is your favorite place? What is your favorite place in the entire world? And literally, without hesitation and without even taking a breath, at the same time, we both went, Tosa Blue Mountain. Here. We're living here. It was just such a thing. And so this is one of the gifts, is that, are you loving yourself enough to say yes to you? Are you loving your life? Are you loving you? And the key is, if you're not loving your life, then be grateful that you know the aspects of you that are inviting you to up level now.
And I want to just offer something, because I spent many years of my life experience doing what I referred to as the responsible thing.
That's true. You're an amazing man. That's true.
But what I mean by that is, I was not finding joy in the doingness.
Right.
I was fulfilling a value. I was fulfilling an agreement. I was not fulfilling my soul's reason for being.
Breathe that in.
And so there is a discernment that, we often don't know what we have until we don't have it. Or we often don't know what true abundance is or true joy is until we move out of the lack consciousness. And so in hindsight, I look back at that and I realize, oh my goodness, being responsible without joy is a high order of drudgery.
Well, but I love that, Sri, because that's why a lot of people stop.
Yeah.
I always go back to the beloved Krishnamurti, who I just adore, who said, until you wake up, you are not responsible.
Yes.
However, what he did not say, and where I would continue that, would say, and when you discover you are responsible is your true moment of awakening.
And that is the true definition of responsibility, not conforming to an external standard, but rather being responsive to the energy that is.
Yes.
To be responsive, to be able to respond. Response-able means that my wisdom is intersecting with my action. My wisdom is intersecting with my life, and my heart is online. So let's make a difference.
That's love in its mastery form. See, this is what we're trying to invite you to really work with during this up-level moment. Love can be a debilitating energy that takes you away and collapses you, and can be so misunderstood. And often at the root of that misunderstanding is a sense of not being lovable.
Mm.
And so this is such a profound moment, because this all, for every being on the planet, guys, not just one or two, for
Yeah.
every being on the planet, over these next 9 days, you're going to either see all of the wounded children coming forward, and they are all going to be showing up, or you're going to see the ascended mastery presence of your divine nature in incredible harmony and flow, dancing through this moment, co-creating miracle after miracle after miracle, thereby inspiring others to lift from their wounded child into their ascended mastery presence. And that's how we collectively initiate the greatest mass awakening of self-ascension on the planet that has ever been. It is through our presence, and we are being gifted with this full moon up-level moment that is saying clarity is here, really strong clarity, but it's coming through love. So are you empowered enough? Do you have the courage to really call that forward? And, Shri, I have to just put a sneak peek out there that Shri and I, along with the ShriandKara.com, hopefully upgrade, send us your comments. We hope you guys enjoy it. We hope you like our new pictures. We do look very different these days. Anyway, we are very blessed that we have been invited and said yes to a co-creation of a mastery mentorship journey. And it's going to be an 8-week mastery mentorship that is designed to cut through the BS. Literally, it's going to be how to live a BS-free life. And we are going to be launching that in 2 weeks. And I am really excited, because it is the living demonstration of together we are better. And it's an opportunity for us all to say, I'm over the crap. I'm over it. I want to really do this. Well, if you really want to do this, we're really excited to do it with you. And so I couldn't contain it anymore in this beautiful love illumination.
Well, truly, and there'll be
Time
more
to claim
information.
authenticity, right?
There'll be more information on that one coming forward. However, what we are sharing is our enthusiasm and excitement to be synergizing with other authenticity masters who are contributing to this program, so that there is just call it a beautiful synergy.
Well, including lots of amazing new shows coming into onenesstalkradio.com. So it's just, everything is so exciting right now if you love yourself. And so, Shri, speaking of loving yourself, I'm looking at all these amazing people that have been holding for so long. Yeah. And so let's say hi to some of these extraordinary beings.
Well,
going to Las Vegas, huh? Shri's like, all right, I'm going where the light, lots of light, right? All right, lots of illumination. Namaste, Las Vegas.
Hi there, guys. How are you today?
We are loving you, Angel. Welcome.
Oh, so good to be here with you guys again. It's Stefan from Las Vegas, and I have quite a few weekly shows and podcasts that I listen to, and you guys are always just so amazing and help, spread the light and lift others into it. And I love and look forward to all 3 shows every week.
Wow, I love you, honey. Thank you.
Of course. And, I've been connecting with the up-leveling, and I'm saying yes, but I hope maybe my call might be able to help some other souls out there that are feeling the same things that I am. I've been experiencing miracles and even manifesting them, and I know the universe is not giving me more than I can handle, the divine flow. I have a radio show out here in Vegas that I've been working on dearly for a year now, and it's called Fox and Freezy. But now I'm trying to develop my own platform to help other creators out there, such as your guys' self, find somebody who can, help broadcast themselves or create series on YouTube. And I'm getting so far in all my work, and I'm also creating my own YouTube channels. I've been meditating daily, and, I've been just trying to keep up with my spiritual practices. And so many things are coming in, the energies can be overwhelming. And when I'm getting overwhelmed, the ego is in the back seat, but he's screaming for more and more attention every time I get more and more boosted into my authenticity. And then I feel like I'm back into density. Sometimes I feel like the wounded child, and a lot of the time I'm feeling like I'm ascending very rapidly, but my neck and the tension from the tension in my body has created this pain in my neck that comes and goes, with, my attention. And, it always just seems to be more noticeable during the full moon. And there's so many blessings and opportunities for abundance. I'm working diligently, but sometimes the ego is screaming. And a mini soul reading would help so much, I believe.
Absolutely. And first and foremost, Angel, I want you to bring your hands to your heart. Shri and I have our hands here with you too. And I want you to just breathe.
Thank you.
All right. I want you to just
Okay.
really bring it in through the nose. And as you're bringing it in through the nose, I love my breath. That's the only thing I want you to think of right now. I love my breath. Bring it in through the nose and then just let it out. And then we're going to do that again. And I want you to breathe in. And this time I want it to be my breath nourishes me. My breath nourishes me in through the nose and let it out slow. And as you do, what I need you to hear is that there is around you right now a creative force that the light is so bright, I can barely keep my eyes open. And you are being very supported in that. And in the middle of your physical body is what looks like, and it's right in the middle of like your Sushumna channel, right? It's just right there in the center. And it's a thin, very thin, almost like the size of a thread, but it's pitch black. And it's guilt, it's doubt, it's anger, and it's shame. And I know this is why you needed to be on the air tonight, and I know this is why you had to be first. In this energy right now, this love energy that's in here right now, people can be having second and third Kundalini awakenings. I kid you not. You can literally be rebirthing another Kundalini awakening. And in your case,
I believe I had one.
yes,
I believe I had one about 5 years ago.
I see it. I see it. And so this black light, it's not that it's negative. It's just, it's like it sits there and goes, I know you like me. And so it's really about you having one hand on your heart and the other hand needs to be right on that navel and really connecting with that and loving it into dissolution, sending it so.
That is so amazing.
And yeah. Just breathe.
That's what I do when I meditate. That's where my hands go automatically, to my navel and my heart.
Yeah. So just keep breathing it in and call in that breath. Okay. I love my breath. My breath nourishes me. Really connect with that and beam it. Love it to dissolution. And then it's like, boom. It's like you're a lightning bolt and you're everywhere, baby. I mean, you got it. You got it.
Thank you guys so
love
much.
You.
Namaste. I love you guys. Love you so much.
Namaste. Namaste. Wow. Shri, I'm really glad that came up because we're going to be talking about that more tomorrow as well when we're doing the activation, that I even myself was noticing it very much, guys, like I kid you not, Kundalini activations, only they're coming from that ascended presence. So while for those of you that have had a Kundalini ascension experience before, you might say, wait a minute, how can that happen? Well, not only can it is, but it's happening at a different refined level and it's opening up. And this is why our graphic, those of you that are watching us, this is why we did the graphic. It's opening up as that ascended frequency. And so what it's doing is it's expanding your energy field. It's very much like taking that ray of light, the sustaining ray of light in the center of our body and turning it into a cocoon, expanding your beingness, your ascended nature, and your ability to get clear and manifest your visions.
One of the expressions of this could be what we might commonly refer to as a crown chakra orgasm. There is a release of energy.
That. Yeah, it's true. That's exactly what it is.
That
Here, let me get into that energy. There it is. There it is.
She's got it.
Wait. There we are. Okay, there it is right there. Feel that. It's great.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah. It's all good.
It is all good. And it's so good that let's go say hi to another one of our beautiful listeners. We're going to go down to, it looks like North Dade, Florida, maybe. Hey, North Dade, Florida.
No, you didn't get it, hon.
I didn't get it. I guess I didn't get it.
There.
Neither did you. And now you did. All right. We did it. North Dade, Florida.
Hey, North Dade, Florida.
Hello?
Hi.
I didn't get it. I guess I didn't get it.
Can you
Oh my God.
down your volume,
I
hon?
knew this was going to happen. I absolutely knew this was going to happen. Let me tell you something. Shri and Kara, you guys are so divine. I am Jackery. I'm here, a native of Miami, Florida, and I've been watching your shows through this journey for the last maybe year.
And the revelation just time and time again. And today is the first time I actually called. Today is the first time I did not watch online. My spirit said to call, and I will get through. So again, thank you so much for your love and your light. Today I'm actually having, you know, and the fellow who just called in beforehand, it felt like he was speaking for me in so many ways, and I just knew it was just absolutely divine. And so piggybacking off of just that awareness of this re-energized Kundalini energy coming into play, and really powering through this ascension, but having that questioning still there, I was severely triggered today with respect to a relationship that I had been in the past year and a half.
I feel it.
And we split, and I think it was at this point where I'm feeling like it's holding me back, and I, for the life of me, cannot let go of just looking at this person and seeing this person's potential, and not honoring myself in knowing that the actions and the will for atonement is not being presented to me.
Breathe. Just, Angel, I love you so much. The minute you started speaking, my second chakra went ballistic. And I've had my hands down on my second chakra the entire time. And as you've been speaking, your second chakra has also been speaking. And it's been like I've been listening to both of you at the same time. And so the first message that I want to offer to you is that your second chakra is saying to you, my love, that this is the moment of creation, that you have been called into this moment of awareness, because that's where you're at, because your creation has been cut. You have been living another's dream. You have been compromising your own dream. And as I'm sharing that with you, literally, I am feeling waves of energy moving through my second chakra. It's almost like waves of energy and conflict. And it's like being in a very tossy-turny ocean. And I'm sitting in a little boat that's your vision and your dreams. And it's like, hey, I can't do this if I'm not stable. You are being handed stability right now. And what the universe, and then all these other beings are saying, so that was your second chakra. But all these other beings, because you are like a massive queen energy, right? All these other beings around you are saying, we are here for you. Feel us again, see us again, connect with us again. You know how to do this. If you open up your hand and reach it out, we will meet you and you will not fall. And so it is, my
Yes.
Thank you.
And so it is.
And
Thank you so much. It resonates on the deepest level, And not taking too much time, I do want to mention that right before, as the line was coming in, I had a minor itch down by my sacral, and I touched it, and my neck started pinging.
Yeah.
And this was the same.
Yeah,
the
it's
same
all one,
process
honey.
that
Yep.
Yes.
It's
Thank
all
you
the one.
so much for the love.
But if you focus it in the second, everything else releases.
Yeah.
It all releases.
Wow.
I love you. I
Much
love you,
love.
sweetheart.
I honor you.
Ah, namaste. Oh, Shri, we are community.
Beautiful
You guys,
people.
you just, I always have to wear the waterproof mascara during this show because you guys are always bringing tears to my eyes because you're so incredibly, incredibly beautiful. And it's just such a gift, Shri. It really is. And, I want to go back to this moment, this full moon moment, and to invite you again to really notice right now, where am I or where am I not loving myself? Is one hand, and notice when you say that, like I'm noticing still some interesting energies as I'm connecting with our community, as I connect with our callers, as I connect with all of you. But when you breathe in, and one way to clear yourself is to breathe in through the nose, really breathe it up deep, and bring it all the way down, let it out slow with, I love my breath. And when you exhale, to smile. Because when we smile on the exhale, we send a signal to our body and we send a signal to the universe that we are very aware, that we are indeed present. And then when we breathe in again, my breath nourishes me, sends the energy of the breath throughout your entire system. Don't worry about where you're directing it. Let it go. Let it self-direct.
Yeah.
And then we close it with an Ave Sa breath, and it ignites an inner connection. It brings you to that moment of peace that I think instills a greater sense of awareness.
Absolutely. You know, when we are relaxed, when we are at peace, compassion flows more easily.
Yes.
And what also flows more easily is clarity.
Yeah.
Compassion and clarity really go hand in hand. And this is the ascended love. This is the love that brings a great degree of acceptance and peace to the party, so to speak.
Okay, I'll take it.
And from there is a clarity of right action, as the Buddhists would call it, you know, and being able to respond in a way that is truly aligned and ascended at the same time.
Now, you know, speaking of being aligned and ascended at the same time, it also means that we are the active presence. And as we become the active presence and release attachment to the outcome of our action, then we free our energy field to be filled with this love. We free ourselves to co-create with our divine nature and literally become the witness of our own miracles manifesting. And this is truly one of the gifts. I just want to put up very quickly to remember that when we move into the compassion of the fifth dimension, we are the witnesser. When we lift again and into the land of the release of judgment, we are the witnessing of the witnesser until in the ninth dimension, we become again that which we are. And, you know, speaking of that which we are near complete. And so you've got to join us tomorrow at noon Pacific time, because we're going to be doing live an Ascension Up Level activation on the air in the energy of tomorrow, the 9th, the actual day.
It'll be wonderful to be with you and share that. And so, beloved ones, one of the things we want to remind you is that the keys to ascension are right here in your heart and in that ascended energy of your mind, not the brain, the ascended energy that is of the mind, and that we can bring these two energies together and lift. And we want to say thank you for being with us.
We love you so much.
And so, beloveds, it's been a delight to share this time with you. And until we have the joy of being with you live next week, may you breathe deeply, love your life, and know that all is truly well.
Namaste. We love you.